We're following breaking news this morning. Police are looking for a person they say fired shots at an officer during a traffic stop in Blue Springs.
All right, so officers have an area blocked off near the Coles at Adams Dairy Parkway and EMMY just south of I-70 in the Blue Springs Grain Valley area.
A lot of law enforcement agencies are now involved in this search, and right now we have team coverage.
Yeah, both Belinda Post and Sarah Plake are at two areas near this search. First, let's get to Sarah.
Sarah, what have you learned about where this happened, how this unfolded?
I'm not exactly sure where this happened, how it unfolded. We know that it was a traffic stop. We're on Coronado Street. That's parallel to 70. Now, we're looking at a crime scene area. They've got tape all around this dark-colored car there on the side of the road. We have not gotten confirmation yet that that is the suspect's vehicle. However, we do know the suspect is north of the highway, across the highway. That's where another scene is taking place. A lot of police presence across the highway. That's Jefferson Street. So again, these streets are on either side of the highway now. We know that the suspect is on foot somewhere over there in the woods. We heard from Belinda Post earlier, who had gotten confirmation that he is, police are searching over there in the woods. So we're about to hear from Blue Springs Police to find out more information and figure out, you know, what led up to this. All we know at this point is that the suspect, this man, shot at police officers, but nobody was hurt that we know of. Back to you.
Sarah, we know that you are right near the city limits of where Blue Springs meets Grain Valley. Do you know, is the search in both cities right now?
I'm not sure. I just know that it's Blue Springs. You're right. We are very close to both. But at this point, I don't know where the suspect is, if he's still in Blue Springs or if he has gone further past. But I know several agencies are working on this.
All right. Thank you, Sarah, very much. This is developing by the minute right now.
And we want to continue our team coverage with 41 Action News reporter Belinda Post, who's also out in that area.
So, Belinda, you are north of I-70, right? We know a lot of law enforcement agencies involved in this.
That's absolutely right. In fact, Lindsay and Patrick, I just got off the phone with the information officer who is in charge of giving us updates to the media so we can get it into your households. Well, she actually works for Blue Springs Police. She says that she will be talking with us within the next 15 minutes. So what we know so far, we are north of I-70 here on Adams Dairy Parkway and Jefferson Street. We know that officers are actually searching for that man who shot at police officer, you know, at some point earlier on this morning, and right now they are continuing that search. They haven't given us a description yet, but we will bring that information when it becomes available. Now, as far as the perimeter, we know that Adams Dairy northbound is actually blocked off to Duncan and also east on Duncan. Reporting live in Jackson County, Belinda Post, 41 Action News.
All right, let's get right back out to Sarah, hearing from police right now.
Officers that we know of, and then the officer fired back. We don't know if the suspect was hit. He then ran north across the interstate here in Blue Springs, and we're currently looking for the suspect now.
So he ran across the highway on foot?
Yes, that's what we have. That's the information I have now. We're not sure if he's hurt, so we're concerned about the officer's, the suspect's safety. The officer is fine. The suspect is out on the north side of the interstate, so we're trying to find him now. We have multiple agencies, and we're looking for him now. We have a lot of folks out looking for him. We have K9, and we're using all the resources we can get to find this person.
Is there any danger to the people driving on 70, right?
Not on 70. What I would ask is that people that live in Blue Springs, if they see anything suspicious, to call us as soon as they can.
Now, that car over there, is that the suspect's vehicle?
That is the suspect's vehicle. It is a stolen car. I do not know from where. That's all the details I have right now. So does that help?
Yes, that helps.
Good. Let's get that message out to the community. I really want to thank you guys for coming out. I know it's cold, but we need to get the message out to the community to lock their doors, keep their cars locked. Don't leave them running this morning. And if they see anything, to please give us a call.
Is he believed to be armed?
Yes.
He is armed.
We believe so. He fired at the officers.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
We were talking to Deputy Chief Bob Bunz with Blue Springs Police. Again, we heard that car over here on Coronado, that is the suspect's vehicle. It is stolen. We don't know from where. The crazy part about this is that the suspect ran across the highway We don't know if he's hurt or not. Obviously, he didn't get hit. And so now he is across the highway in the woods over there. And that's where police are continuing to search for him on foot. We don't know his name. We know that the officer that was shot at is okay. So that's the good news. Again, we heard from the police. If you're over there in Blue Springs, north of 70 Highway, lock your doors, don't go outside because there's a suspect on the loose.
All right, Sarah, we missed the first part of that news conference. Did they give any suspect description, rather, and where exactly did this take place? Was it right in front of the Kohl's?
No, we're not in front of the Kohl's. The Kohl's is further down Coronado Street. So there's that shopping, that strip mall down there. This is further up the street. We're in front of a company called Haldex. He was kind of walking away. I didn't get a chance to ask him what the suspect description was. We'll go and ask him that. But just right across over here, we can see that the car is on the side of the road. And I'm assuming that that's where this happened. We can see the lights are on there. The suspect's car, that's where, he had gotten out and shot at police officers. And this was after a traffic stop. That car is stolen. And then he ran across the highway.
All right, so Sarah is where the chase ended, where the suspect dumped the stolen car. We were hearing earlier that apparently shots were fired closer to that Kohl's is where this all started, and that's where the chase at least began.
And shots fired at police. So now police are telling everyone, if you live in that area in Blue Springs, stay inside, lock your doors, lock your cars, and if you see anything suspicious, call police. So let's get to Jade right now for a closer look at this area that we're talking about and how it's impacted. Jade.
Well, as she was saying, this is a pretty big area that we're talking about where they are searching for this suspect. We have a lot of at least partially blocked, if not fully blocked, roads out there. So here is the area we're talking about. Again, there's I-70. It's south and north of I-70. So let's zoom in just a little bit. So this is where everything kind of started, near Adams Dairy Landing, Adams Dairy Parkway, kind of close to Coronado. That is where Sarah was when she was talking to police. So then as you head north a little bit, there near Jefferson Street, that's where Belinda's been, and she told us that the northbound lanes of Adams Dairy Parkway completely closed off all the way up to Duncan Road, and then eastbound Duncan Road also closed to Tyler Road, a portion of Tyler Road. Here is your search area, and yes, there's a lot of trees and all of that in that area, so that's where they're searching for that suspect.
All right, it's 6:07, giving you a quick update on your weather here. Temperatures are in the 20s to 30s. 30 in Harrisonville, 32 in Topeka, sitting at 25 in Lawrence, 26 in Chillicothe. Great shot of downtown here. We are sitting under mostly clear skies. It's dry. System off towards our southwest. This is what I'm tracking for showers going into Friday, and also clouds increasing later on tonight. So for today, temperatures are in the 40s. It's going to be a great afternoon. Grab the sunglasses. Calm this evening with a temperature right around 36. We'll stay steady in the 30s overnight. But once again, I am tracking a chance of showers for Friday. I'll have your PowerCast coming up.
All right, thank you. And breaking overnight, a shopping trip turns dangerous.
Yeah, someone shot a woman outside a Burlington coat factory. A look at the men police are now looking for. Here's a picture of them.
And again, we continue to follow this breaking news. Police still looking for the driver they say fired shots at them during a traffic stop in Blue Springs. Officers have locked down that area right near the Adams Dairy Shopping District and RDMI's Road and I-70. Several law enforcement agencies working on this. We have team coverage and live reports coming up. Several breaking news stories we are keeping track of this morning. In the corner of your screen, that Blue Springs manhunt for a man who shot at police, they say, and is still on the run. Also, police looking for 3 suspects after a shooting in a store parking lot.
Now, officers say a woman was shot during an attempted carjacking outside a Burlington coat factory.
41 Action News reporter Belinda Post was there a few hours ago. She has more on the men police are looking for now.
A woman was found shot last night in Independence near this Burlington coat factory. That's near Highway 40 and I-70. She was actually found underneath that bridge by a sheriff deputy who was driving by. Police say that she was the victim of an attempted carjacking at Burlington Coat Factory. Law enforcement searched for 3 black men they saw on this surveillance, but did not find them. There's no word yet on the condition of the woman. If you were near this intersection or were shopping at Burlington Coat Factory last night and heard anything unusual, you are urged to call police. Reporting in Independence, Belinda Post, 41 Action News Today.
All right, 6:11 right now. We continue to follow more breaking news of that manhunt underway right now for a gunman who police say shot at them near Blue Springs.
You're looking live at the suspect's car, and you see on the left there Sky Tracker on their way to that search area. It's right where Blue Springs and Grain Valley meet. We have a live report coming up. For this attractive offer.
From Kansas City's weather leader, this is meteorologist Nicole Phillips.
Good morning. Well, today marks one of the first days to start holiday travel. And if we look out at Corporate Woods 435 and 69 Highway, looking pretty good. Maybe a few people getting that jump start. Let's take a look at some of the forecast areas around the area. 49 degrees in Tulsa. 43 in Wichita today, 43 in Topeka. So if you're traveling to any of those destinations, shouldn't have any issues. Same thing as we do look around the East Coast, maybe a few showers in Boston with a temperature right around 40 degrees. 62 in Atlanta, warm in the south here, getting into the 80s in Miami, 69 in Houston, and then off towards the west, some showers down in Los Angeles that may cause a few delays. Temperatures are going to be in the 60s, but great weather for San Francisco with a high of 58 degrees. Jade?
Hey, if you were heading out to the airport this morning trying to catch a flight out for the Christmas holiday season, everything's looking really nice right now, especially your interstates. This is a look at I-29. Here are your southbound lanes or northbound lanes. KCI is just up ahead right there at 112. Traffic flowing nice and smoothly through this area, and all of the interstates still green, meaning that they are all up to speed. So your drive times out to the airport, if you're heading from Lenexa, 31 minutes on 435. If you're heading from downtown, 26 minutes on 29, and 40 minutes for you in Grandview, heading out on 435 as well. Guys.
All right, thank you very much. 6:16, let's get back to that breaking news. A live look for the search for a suspect police say is armed and dangerous.
Yeah, officers say a driver fired shots at police in Blue Springs, then ditched the car and ran off.
41 Action News reporter Sarah Blake is live near this massive search area. It is east of Adams Dairy Parkway and I-70. So, Sarah, police believe they have the suspect's car, right?
Yes, that is where we're at now. The crime scene where this all happened, where that suspect fired shots at two officers. They are okay, though. Looking now, we see this dark colored car here on the side of Coronado Street. We're in front of Haldex. It's an auto manufacturing company. They manufacture brakes and things like that. We heard from Blue Springs police, though, that the suspect ditched that car and ran across I-70. And so now he's over there on the other side in the woods on foot. We just heard from police just a second ago. They told us he is a white male, dark colored jacket, blue jeans. I mean, that could be anybody. I mean, it happened so fast that they were unable to get a really detailed description. So right now we're looking at another scene across 70 where a lot of police officers are over there. It's a wooded area. That's Jefferson Street across I-70 parallel to the highway there, and that's where they're searching currently right now. So that's the information that we just got from Blue Springs Police. Several agencies are involved. And we just heard from police several minutes ago saying that to anybody who lives in Blue Springs, north of 70, just make sure you're aware of the situation. The suspect is armed. He shot at police. So lock your doors. Be careful as you're going out to your cars this morning. This is an ongoing search. We'll give you any updates as we receive them. Back to you.
We'll keep checking back with you for more updates. We also have Belinda Post out there gathering more information, and Sky Tracker overhead as well, as you see.
Yeah, near Adams Dairy Parkway and I-70. You can see the I-70 traffic stretching there in the dark. They say the traffic you see along I-70 right now, pretty normal. We're going to keep track of this because this is a very busy area in Blue Springs.
Yeah, so I-70 is moving along, but parts of the area around that is where the search is happening, including with canines. So police are looking for the suspect who fired shots at police just not too long ago this morning. So we will continue to follow this and check back in with our reporters and Captain Greg if we get any updates as well.
All right, very dangerous situation. A man desperate to get away from police at this point, so stay inside and stay safe. 6:19 this morning. Let's check on your forecast now with Nicole. Nicole.
And thank you, Lindsay. Looking pretty good out there right now as we look at the plaza. Festive with those plaza lights. It's dry. We're sitting under mostly clear skies. A live look here at our satellite and radar. You can even see that there are a few high clouds off towards the west. It's all a part of this system here that's in the southwest right now. This will increase our clouds later on this afternoon and into this evening, and bringing us a chance of showers as we head into Friday. then drying out for Christmas Eve. So let's go ahead and look at the big story. We're going to be average to end the week in terms of our temperatures. We have a chance for showers on Friday, and then I'll have your holiday forecast coming up here in a bit. First, let's look at our temperatures for today. 39 in Grant City, 38 in Trenton, 39 also in St. Joseph, 39 to the 40s. That's going to be the big trend for us today. I think a few more of us are going to get into the low 40s, more than what our model here is saying. 39 in Grandview and 39 also in Oak Grove. We'll keep a northwest wind right around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Friday, looking at that system here, bringing in some showers for the morning. It looks pretty intense, but I think anything that falls is going to be light. If that, we're going to have some issues once again with battling dry air in our upper levels of the atmosphere. But temperatures up towards the north here will be hovering right around that freezing mark. So anything that falls may transition over to a little bit of light snow, but towards the south, well above freezing here. Any isolated showers that remain, they're going to fall as rain because 39 degrees as we head into lunchtime, 40 downtown. That rain starts to move out as we head towards the late afternoon, early evening. By 5 to 6 p.m., clouds will start to decrease from west to east. That's going to set us up for partly cloudy skies as we head into Saturday. Notice how our temperatures, too, stay pretty mild in those mid to upper 30s, right around 40 degrees. So for Christmas Eve, mostly cloudy. Winds actually turn gusty out of the southeast, 10 to 20 miles per hour. We'll see our temperatures in the mid 40s, right around 46 degrees. And then on Christmas Day, seeing a chance of showers, even a few rumbles of thunder. Look at this, though. High temperature right around 61. South wind 10 to 25 miles per hour. So it is going to be a breezy one. And it's also going to be just a tad bit humid as our dew points do move up. So for today, upper 30s to low 40s for high temperatures. Friday, watching that chance of showers. And then as we go into Saturday, jumping up once again right around 46 degrees. By Sunday, again on Christmas, it's hard to believe that we are talking about the 60s and then dropping down into the 40s going into early next week.
What a wild forecast.
That's a very strong cold front there that jumps us up, drops us down.
Crazy.
All right, thank you, Nicole. 6:21 right now. Let's get you back to, well, first let's ask you, with that expected high of 61 on Christmas, you love it or hate it? You can vote on our Twitter poll. Most of you saying yes, but some of you wanting it to be more festive.
We are seeing a few little slowdowns out there. First of all, we're going to start in Johnson County, Metcalf, northbound lanes from 91st to 83rd Street. We're going a little slow through that area, just northbound, going about 11 miles per hour. There's your average speed. Also, Shawnee Mission Parkway heading westbound off of I-35 is slow. Even have a little stop and go right there near I-35. But as you go westbound towards Quivira Road, we are slow, going about 19 miles per hour. I did want to mention, since we are heading into the holiday weekend, that tomorrow, if you do use Ride KC in Johnson County, they will be running the holiday schedule. So you'll have to look that up and see when those rides are. RideKC.org. I also have that on my Facebook page. Just search JD Good 41. Patrick.
All right, thank you very much, Jade. 6:23, let's get you back to that breaking news now. You see Sky Tracker live overhead as the manhunt is underway for the gunman who police say shot at 2 officers in Blue Springs.
Let's talk to Captain Greg right now. What are you seeing from above?
Okay, guys, just getting on the scene here over in the Blue Springs and Grain Valley area. We're taking a look at the, I think this is Coronado. You guys can help me out with that. It's a frontage road just south of I-70. There's a business here called Haldex, H-A-L-D-E-X, and police have found the car. I think you guys spoke about that earlier, of this suspect that's right in the center of our shot. They're a little bit dark here, but a lot of police activity as they as the search starts from here. That's I-70 in the coming into the shot on the upper side of your screen, and that is inbound I-70 traffic. The search goes on the other side of the highway, on the north side of I-70. It goes up to RD-MY. So this entire area, which is actually very wooded right here, just on this side of I-70, there's a Kohl's distribution center there. People out here are probably familiar with that very big distribution center, and that seems to be about in the center of the area that police have cordoned off. It goes all the way back to Adams Dairy Parkway and then over into Grain Valley. I'm not exactly sure what that north-south road is there, guys, but a large area, a lot of police presence out here. This area cordoned off. There's going to be a lot of area to search, but the police very much involved in getting this area cordoned off and mounting their search right now.
So, Captain Greg, help us with our bearings here. We heard from police that the suspect ran across I-70 heading north on foot. Which area are we seeing? I know that's I-70 just to the left. Which way is north, which way south?
Okay, yeah, I'm going to have Brenda kind of widen all the way out. It's going to be a little bit dark. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on. You can see the left side of the screen. It's a very dark area. And now coming into your into the shot is that distribution center for Kohl's. That's going to be off of RDMI. As you can see right there, there's some police cars right in the middle there as they make their search. I'm going to have Brenda keep looking to the left. And like you say, Patrick, give you a little bit of an idea. Come down, Brenda, and you'll see Adamsbury Parkway. There's a number of vehicles along Adamsbury Parkway. We'll keep going left right here. And there's Adamsbury Parkway right there. So once again, Patrick, a big area that police are searching, but like I said, that suspect did go across the highway and into that area. I don't know if this is actually Blue Springs or Green Valley, but right in that border area.
Captain Greg, looks like that distribution center is in Green Valley. Where Sarah is located is in Blue Springs. It's right on the city limits here. If you drive I-70 east at all in that area, you're familiar with this. You've seen the shopping center to the south of I-70. There's that lake right to the north of I-70. He's talking about how this is a wooded area, a lot of nature right there, and it is dark as police are trying to look for an armed man. That's why they are telling people to stay inside, lock your doors, and to call them immediately if you see anything suspicious.
Yeah, not much of a suspect description. They basically said a white male, dark jacket, blue jeans, who jumped out of that stolen car there that you see video of, or is this a live shot of the stolen car, and ran north across I-70, and the search is on with canines. Multiple police agencies are helping out in the Blue Springs, Green Valley area looking for this gunman who fired at officers.
All right, let's get to Belinda right now. Belinda, what else do we know?
Well, Patrick and Lindsay, right now, police are searching for a gunman who shot at officers earlier this morning in Jackson County. We'll talk about what roads are blocked off next.
Breaking right now here at 6:29. Let's give you a live look overhead from SkyTracker at the manhunt for a gunman police say shot at them during a traffic stop. This started in Blue Springs, but now a large area is blocked off, including in the Green Valley area.
We have team coverage with everything you need to know as this search continues for this armed man. We'll check back in with Belinda and Sarah in just a moment.
But first, it is now 6:30. Nicole Phillips keeping an eye on the forecast. It's in the 20s right now. How much will it warm up today?
Oh, we're going to go about 20 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll be in the 40s again today, so it's going to feel pretty nice out there. Right around 23 degrees at the airport, 29 in Richmond, 30 in Warrensburg, and 32 out in Topeka. If we do look here at closer to downtown, most of us are sitting in those low to mid 20s. There are a few 30s. Overland Park coming in at 28 in Clay Como. Beautiful shot of downtown from our American Century Investments Life Sky View. Looking at our satellite and radar, we do have mostly clear skies, but out towards Concordia, Kansas, there are a few high clouds that are slowly streaming their way towards the east, and it's all because of this system here down towards our southwest. It's bringing rain to Los Angeles and Las Vegas. That's going to bring us our chance of showers going into Friday. So for today, temperatures in the 40s, increasing clouds late, and then by tonight, staying steady in the 30s. Our winds start to switch to the southeast, 5 miles per hour, right around 40 with isolated showers. Jade?
Hey, thanks, Nicole. We are taking a live look at I-70 right there where that search is going. We are starting to see a little bit of a slowdown on those westbound lanes of I-70. This is I-70. Your westbound lanes are the ones with your headlights there, just east of 7 Highway. Let's take a look at that on the map. You can see we are starting to slow down just a little bit. Again, this is that search area. Lots of police presence in that area. But if you are traveling through there, do not slow down and look around and all of that, because that can cause accidents and all of that. So if you're heading this way, just know that it is slow and you're going to see a lot of police presence. Otherwise, everything looking pretty good on your interstates. We are green all the way through. We'll keep you updated, of course, and have some more on that breaking news in just a second.
All right, Jay, let's get back out to that breaking news here at 6:32. A manhunt is underway for a suspect who police say is armed and dangerous.
Officers say a driver shot at police during a traffic stop. That was in Blue Springs.
They believe he ditched his car and is now running on foot. 41 Action News reporter Belinda Post is live near this massive search area that's blocked off. Belinda, exactly what's blocked off and what are you seeing police doing right now?
Well, Patrick, right now we are north of I-70 and at Adams Dairy Parkway. Police are searching north of that I-70 area and east of Adams Dairy Parkway. That's actually behind my shoulder. Now, some things to remember, guys. This search is probably difficult. They've got canines out there. It's a wooded area. There's also a lake back there, according to a map. Doing all of this in the dark has to be very difficult for police officers. Now, one of their best tools might be daylight. When that happens, of course, things will probably get a lot easier, but right now, we haven't gotten a lot of information as to where they are in this search. What we do know is they are looking for a man who is responsible for shooting at police officers when they were trying to pull him over for having a stolen vehicle. So we will bring you updates as they become available. But if you are trying to head northbound over here, north of I-70 on Adams Dairy Parkway, you're not going to be able to get through all the way to Duncan, and also east of Duncan is blocked off. Reporting live in Jackson County, Belinda Post, 41 Action News.
Thank you, Belinda. And you saw Sky Tracker is over the scene, keeping an eye on this for us as well.
And J.D. Good is also keeping an eye on what exactly is blocked off for you. And you have a better idea of this area, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is I-70, as Belinda was saying. North and south is blocked off right there. Northeast Adams Dairy Parkway all the way up to Duncan Road. Now, as we were looking in the helicopter, you could see it's just the northbound lanes that are affected, but that might change, of course, as the morning goes on. Also, eastbound Duncan Road also blocked off all the way to Tyler, then Tyler as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jefferson Street right there is also blocked up, really just surrounding this area. Now, if we zoom in just a little bit more, Belinda was saying this is a very heavily wooded area. There's a lake right here, a pretty large lake. There's a campgrounds up north near Duncan Road. Also, some homes right here on 20th Street. So if you are in this area, police are asking you to be very vigilant and watching, lock your doors, report to police, of course, if anything happens. And again, there's your Kohl's distribution center right there. That is what we were talking about a little bit earlier. So it's a very big area that we're talking about, of course, and it could expand. It likely will expand if they don't find this guy. Of course, they might expand even further out.
And Jade, it's easiest to see on this map you have. Look at the neighborhood just surrounding this area. All those homes that are right nearby this search area.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, lots and lots of people affected by this, of course. So if you live in this area, just keep your eyes out. Call 911 if you see anything suspicious, of course. But yeah, I mean, we have homes very close to this wooded area as well.
Now, if you're in that area, police say keep your doors locked. Call them if you see anything suspicious with this gunman who's on the loose after shooting at police.
So dangerous.
Thank you, Jade.
Thank you, Jade. All right, 6:35, moving on to some other news this morning. State law will soon allow guns on college campuses in Kansas.
But not everyone supports that change. Some legislators are pushing Governor Sam Brownback to reconsider his stance on campus carry. Incoming Senator Barbara Bollier, who will represent the Kansas City area, is among those working to change the law.
The goal is to get it so that students, faculty, parents of students, and the people of Kansas have a choice in this matter.
As it's written now, all public universities will have to allow guns inside their buildings starting in July in Kansas. The proposal would allow universities to stay as they are right now. Governor Sam Brownback says he is not rethinking it. And guns are banned from college campuses in Missouri, but the issue could come up when the legislative session starts early next month.
Well, many people in the Kansas City area will be missing out on our unseasonably warm Christmas weather to visit family and friends around the country.
Now, this is expected to be a record year for holiday travel. Let's give you a live look from KCI right now.
That's not KCI.
This is not KCI. You are not going to have to worry about that much traffic going to KCI. But people who are hitting the road, rather, the number 103 million Americans will be traveling somehow this year. Almost all of them will be on the roads. The spike is partially attributed to affordable gas prices.
We're really attributing this to improvements in the economy. The labor market is doing well, wages are up, and we see that consumers are more confident, and so they're spending and traveling more.
All right, more people are also flying today. This is a live look at KCI. They had not expanded overnight. This is a live look now. There it is. AAA says the airline tickets are up 2.5%. Hopefully you got a good deal when you booked yours, but there's a look. People getting dropped off to get to where they need to go. And with today being one of the busiest travel days of the year, be careful what you pack.
Yes, TSA wants to make sure that you don't hold up any security lines for everybody else. The agency showed us many of the items that they have taken. They've taken these right here from passengers at KCI. They included a knife that's disguised as a statue. They also want you to be aware of your holiday gifts.
If we have to do a secondary screening on the item, when you come through the checkpoint, we're going to have to unwrap it.
We know it's tempting to wrap, but you might have to unwrap it. As far as personal items go, the TSA says liquids, hairspray, shaving gel also cause lines to slow down. I've been guilty of the hairspray there. All right, 6:37. Back to that breaking news.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, police are looking for a gunman who say fired at officers during a traffic stop. This is a live look at the suspect's car that is apparently stolen as well.
Police say he is armed and dangerous and took off running from the car. Our team coverage continues in just 4 minutes.
On
6:41 on your Thursday morning. It's going to be another day where we see temperatures in the 40s. We're also under mostly clear skies right now. Looking at the rest of today, temperatures will be just a little bit above average, then getting to right around 40 degrees by 3 p.m., a couple of degrees warmer than that as we go towards about 4 p.m., dropping back down into the mid-30s as we head towards later on this evening and overnight. Jade?
Hey, let's take a live look out there by the airport. We were talking about that earlier. I-29 looking really nice. Not seeing any major issues out there for you. Of course, the airport's going to be very busy today. Here are your southbound lanes. Here's your northbound lanes. We're seeing the airport just right up ahead here. Let's take a look. This is really the only slowdown if you are heading maybe from Blue Springs or that area on I-70 going out to the airport. This might slow you down. Right here, this is where that manhunt is going on, and it's starting to slow down traffic just a little bit on those westbound lanes of I-70, starting at Buckner, going towards 7 Highway. Guys.
A developing scene here in Blue Springs where police are searching for an armed suspect on foot. We'll have updates live next.
And the gentleman who was driving the car, the suspect, got out, fired rounds at the officers that we know of, and then the officer fired back. We don't know if the suspect was hit. He then ran north across the interstate here in Blue Springs. We have multiple agencies, and we're looking for him now. We have a lot of folks out looking for him. We have K9, and we're using all the resources we can get to find this person.
A manhunt right now in the Blue Springs, Grain Valley area.
The man they're looking for, police say, shot at 2 officers. All of this unfolding in just the past 2 hours. Sky Tracker live overhead as they're searching this area around I-70, and it's spreading into Blue Springs and Grain Valley.
We have a look at how this is affecting your drive to work coming up in just a moment. But first, we want to start with our team coverage from our crews where this all started. Reporter Sarah Plake is there.
Yeah, Sarah, you've been at the scene since this really started picking up. How did all this happen?
Well, it started with a traffic stop. The suspect was in a stolen vehicle, and that's what we're looking at right now. You can see the crime scene tape surrounding this area. This is on Coronado Street in front of Haldex Manufacturing. This is a distribution center for auto manufacturing. Now, when they pulled him over, the suspect got out and shot at 2 police officers. They returned fire, but the officers were not hit. We don't know about the suspect's condition. Then police told us the suspect ran across I-70 over where Jefferson Street is at. That's also parallel to I-70, and that's a wooded area. You can see other police officers, more police presence over there searching for the suspect on foot. Again, he is armed, and so police were warning residents over there who live north of the highway, just be careful. If you see anything suspicious, go ahead and call police. The only suspect description that we have is that he is a white male with blue jeans and a dark jacket. Unfortunately, that's not a very detailed description, but police said that this happened and unfolded so quickly that it was really hard to get specific details. But we do know that is a stolen vehicle, and he is still on the run, again armed after shooting at police officers. In Blue Springs, I'm Sarah Sarah Blake, 41 Action News.
All right, Sarah, thank you. Sarah's live right where that suspect ditched that car, and as you heard, someone shooting at the officer before running off.
And now a number of police agencies are looking and are warning people in that area to watch out. Belinda Post continues our team coverage from the Blue Springs, Green Valley area. And Belinda, you were telling us massive areas blocked off.
Patrick and Lindsay, in fact, I am right where police are searching. If you take a look over my left shoulder, you can see nothing but woods. There also is a lake back there, and that's where officers are looking for this man. I'm going to take a step out so you can get a better idea of what's going on here. In fact, there are actually officers from several different agencies over here. Right now, I'm at Adams Dairy Parkway, and they are searching east of that as well as north of I-70. And they do have a huge perimeter blocked off here, just like you mentioned, Patrick. In fact, Adams Dairy Parkway is blocked up from Jefferson all the way to Duncan on the northbound lane and also east on Duncan. Now, right now, they are working as quickly as they can. Of course, they are giving us information as it becomes available. We have gotten a chance to talk with police to get some updates like that, like the suspect description. Again, it is a white man who is wearing a shirt and blue jeans. We will keep bringing you information as it becomes available, and of course, how this is going to impact your morning commute. Reporting live in Jackson County, Belinda Post, 41 Action News Today.
All right, thank you, Belinda. So Belinda is north of I-70. Sarah is south of I-70 in this area, and Jade right now is helping us get a better idea.
Let's get over to her to tell us exactly where this is happening, right around Blue Springs or Green Valley area.
Yes, exactly. Kind of a little bit of both, right? So first of all, I-70 already starting to see a slowdown in that area, westbound lanes, going from 16 to 20 miles per hour as you head towards 7 Highway there. So let's zoom in, kind of show you some of the areas that are blocked off. If you live in this area, this will affect you. So northeast Adams Dairy Parkway all the way up to Duncan Road. We know at least those northbound lanes are blocked. Southbound lanes might be free, but they also might be kind of slow due to a lot of police presence in that area. Also eastbound Duncan Road. We know that the eastbound lanes again are blocked due to them searching in that area, a portion of Tyler Road, and then also Jefferson Street, a portion of that as well. This is that search area that we're looking in, and they were talking about how it's heavily wooded. There's a lake. This is a little better view of that. Lake Remembrance is what it's called. It's a fairly big lake right here. We also have a lot of homes. If you go up a little bit further north, there's a camping area up north near Duncan as well. And then a lot of homes as soon as you get past Duncan going north or, of course, west of those roads as well. We have lots and lots of people that live out there. So this might be a tough area to search out here, but of course they are doing their best and trying to get as much as they can. Let's head over to Nicole to talk a little bit about the weather out there. Pretty chilly.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly this morning, but we are going to warm up again this afternoon. Right now, we are under mostly clear skies, seeing a few high clouds stream in from the west as we look here from our American Century Investments Life Sky View. Great shot of downtown this morning. What you can expect for today are high temperatures getting into the low 40s. By noon, we'll be into the mid 30s, then 40 degrees by 3 p.m. Area-wide, all of us are going to get into the upper 30s to low 40s today, right around 41 degrees downtown. 39 in St. Joseph, 38 up in Grant City, and 37 in Bethany. What's going to happen is high pressure is eventually going to move right over us. Our winds will start to lighten up to about 5 miles per hour going into the rest of this afternoon. On Friday, tracking a system that's going to bring us a chance of showers. I know it looks pretty intense here on our Powercast, but anything that falls, it's going to be very, very light. By the morning here, 9 a.m., we could see a little bit of rain mixing in with some snow up here in Maryville. Temperature right around 33 degrees. But as we go into the rest of the morning and afternoon, our temperatures quickly warm up here. Notice that all of us are in the mid to upper 30s to right around 40 degrees, and showers will continue to stay light, pushing out by 3 p.m. Then as we head towards about 5 p.m., still under mostly cloudy skies, holding steady in the mid to upper 30s for the remainder of the day and even into the evening. That's going to set us up for a pretty mild start on Saturday, also partly cloudy skies. Looking here at your Christmas Eve forecast, 46 degrees for the high temperature under mostly cloudy skies. Now, another question, we may see a few peaks of sun. Southeast wind, 10 to 20 miles per hour, so winds picking up, and they're going to stay pretty gusty even on Christmas Day. Right around 61 degrees, chance of showers and even a few rumbles of thunder as we head towards the afternoon and evening. Then after that cold front moves through, dropping down into the 40s for early next week. So that strong cold front will definitely push that cooler air in. So 41 degrees on Monday, partly cloudy. A little bit more sun on Tuesday. Overnight temperatures are back down into the mid-20s. And then going into Wednesday, right around 42 degrees under partly cloudy skies.
All right, thanks, Nicole. Let's take a look at some of those areas that are slowing down. And we were talking about I-70. This, on our interstates at least, is the only area we're seeing a major slowdown. And again, this is just east of 7 Highway to kind of give you a little area of what we're talking about. But we're stop and go in a small portion of this, going under 30 miles per hour there. Also, 350 Highway is slow, going northwest there near Raytown Road. We're stop and go again. Very small portion, but it is slow moving traffic. So let's take a wider look at our area and the interstates. Look at that, looking really nice for us this morning. So if you're heading up to the airport, heading out of town, you should be looking pretty good, at least right now. But of course, rush hour starts here soon. Hopefully it will look a lot like this. Lindsay.
All right, Jade, thank you. And we have more breaking news to tell you about this morning. One woman is in the hospital after a shooting and attempting carjacking in Independence.
Yeah, police are looking for 3 men. They posted a picture on their Facebook page to get the word out about them. Around 10:30 last night, police responded to 40 Highway near I-70. A deputy found a woman shot inside her car. She said the attempted carjacking happened at Burlington Coat Factory. We have more information I tweeted out. You can also call the TIPS hotline if you have any information about this shooting. And police want help finding a man they say tried to run over an officer in Overland Park. We told you about this early yesterday morning.
Officers say this man, Casey Lee Smith, backed into a police car after getting pulled over near 80th and Antioch. The officer who was standing outside the car then fired several shots. Now, police say Smith was driving a stolen vehicle. If you know where he is, call police. We're going to get you back to that breaking news of a search for another person police say shot at officers.
Yeah, this happened about 2 hours ago. Now police are checking on a report of a man looking in a car nearby, near the search in Grain Valley. Let's get overhead to Captain Greg. What do you notice there, Captain?
Yeah, hey, Patrick, we are searching this area. It's going to be just north of the reservoir, so it's going to be east of Adams-Dairy Parkway, and I believe it's in the area of Northeast 20th Street, and I think this is still Blue Springs. It's near Grain Valley. We do see some searching going on there. We have not seen a lot of movement as far as the police perimeter. A lot of times, usually when they have a good beat on a suspect, you'll see movement from the perimeter. We have not seen a lot of that here, so we continue to monitor. Patrick, they have not changed their perimeter. It's still basically Adams-Dairy Parkway east, north of I-70 and south of RDMIs. Patrick.
Difficult to search in the dark. They have another half hour before the sun is fully up this morning. Thank you, Captain.
It's starting to get light. You see the live shot, the live look there on the left. We have reporters on the scene gathering the latest information. We're going to have continued coverage. We'll be updating you on the Today Show here on 41. Also more on 38 The Spot coming up in just a few minutes. The latest on this manhunt for the gunman who fired shots at officers near Blue Springs, Green Valley area.
We're going to get one last check of your forecast this morning from Nicole.
Yeah, guys, so today back up into the 40s, and then as we head into Friday, a little bit of the same thing, tracking a little disturbance that's going to bring us a few showers, possibly Friday morning, mainly in the afternoon. Dry Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, watching a chance for showers, even a few rumbles of thunder as we jump up to 61 degrees. Cooler early next week, also drying out on Monday and Tuesday. Jade.
We're still looking pretty good out there on our roads as well. No major issues, no accidents out there at this time. Liberty to downtown, 12 minutes, 19 minutes from Olathe to downtown, both of those on I-35. Blue Springs to the downtown area, 18 minutes. I will say that doesn't include that stretch that is starting to slow down east of the 7 Highway right there where that search is. So if you were heading that direction, those westbound lanes right there east of 7 Highway, that is pretty slow right now. Hopefully it's not people slowing down to look around, but there are a lot of cop cars out there. So
already a busy place for rush hour anyway.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Jade. Let's check in with Sarah Blake one more time this morning. Sarah.
Good morning. We're still working to find out more about this manhunt, this ongoing manhunt to find an armed suspect who shot at Blue Springs police officers. This area is large. It's a wooded area. We'll continue to have live updates and coverage on 38 The Spot. That's at 7 o'clock.
All right, so Skytrack, as you heard also just a few minutes ago, following police, they're looking for the suspect who might be looking in cars. We heard from police earlier this morning, if you live in that area, Blue Springs, Green Valley area, you should keep your doors locked, police say, as they search for this gunman who has already fired shots at police.
Of course, our coverage continues on 38 The Spot. We'll see you there in a few minutes.